Everyone I know is going crazy about Switch 2, especially the Switch 2 Experience event. No, I did not get in, but we have some news around it because some of you might be so desperate that you're looking for any way to get in. And despite Nintendo giving us a second chance to get into the event, and I'll talk about that in a bit, something else absolutely insane is going on. But before we dive into that insanity, I want to thank today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Ravenswatch, a brand new roguelike action game that has been receiving absolutely stellar reviews and feedback from over 700,000 players that got to play the game in early access on PC and console. The game is available right now on Nintendo Switch, and there is a huge cross-platform update dropping on January 30th called Nightmares Unleashed. But why would you care about that? Well, because simply put, the game kicks some major butt. There are 9 playing heroes that come from all over the world of folktales as you strike down nightmares to protect the world of reverie. You can increase your player's rank by simply using them and upping their skills. You can also customize your hero to make them go heavy on the attack, or maybe you prefer to raise them up as a healer to keep your party alive. There are 3 biomes featuring different enemies that all get reshuffled with each new run. You can also make the game as easy or as difficult as you like, with in-game difficulty modes, game modifiers, and more to tweak the experience to your liking. The best part? Well, the free cross-platform update is right around the corner. There are even more free content updates and DLC to come in the future. What are you waiting for? Go get Ravenswatch for yourself through the link in the description. Now, when we talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, the real way, if you didn't get in, is to sign up for the waitlist. Now, there's a high chance that you're like me and didn't get in, so the waitlist might be your last chance to get in. I'll put a link to the waitlist down below. I think it's first come, first serve, so you know, probably at this point already too late, but hey, you can at least sign up for it. They're still taking signups. Now, what I will note is that there's not that many spots in this experience. It has been determined that there was 90 spots available per time slot at each event. So if you do the math, that's around 3,700, a little bit more than that, spots available, and probably over 1 million people signing up for them. So obviously very hard to get in. And some people might be really, really desperate. And I get it. Covering Switch 2 is my job. I would be pretty desperate to get into this event, be one of the first people to go hands-on, even if not in New York, Dallas, or LA. At some point in April, it would be really advantageous for my YouTube channel for me to be able to go hands-on. So would I be so desperate as to do this? Posted by Nintendo over on X, please do not spend $1,000 on the Nintendo Switch 2 event tickets. One thing I want to note about this event ticket is, one, for some reason, there's a $4.51 delivery fee. They would be handing you a digital Nintendo account. Not sure why you would need... I don't even... what are they doing? Is it bus fare? Are they meeting you in person to hand them your phone? I don't really know. Okay, whatever. There's a delivery fee, apparently. But yeah, okay, that's cute and all. And by the way, this listing is no longer up. I don't know if it got sold, if it got taken down. But if you think that's the only way to get in, don't worry, guys. You can go ahead and bid right now. Look at this one by Funky Yo Zero, who's got 3 reviews, 100%. You can do a $40 bid right now. There's 0 bids. He was actually selling another one earlier today that I believe sold at like $80 or $85. Here's the thing. Obviously, doing this eBay stuff is completely against the terms of service. When you get selected, you are not allowed to exchange your accounts. You're not allowed to sell your accounts. You're not allowed to give your account to other people. That's Nintendo's rules. Now, how could Nintendo's actually police this? I don't know. A lot of accounts don't have personal information on them, so they could literally just be owned by anyone. So I literally don't know how Nintendo could police that, people not exchanging accounts. I actually am kind of curious, what security measures they have in place for that to determine an account wasn't transferred to somebody else. Because again, while you might have personal information on your account because you've made a number of digital purchases and stuff like that, not everyone actually does. My kids' accounts have no personal information on it. My fiance's account has 0 personal information on it. Only my account does. And all you got to do is be an NSO member or be part of a family group. So I really don't know how they can determine it. They can determine if you're part of NSO, but you had to be part of NSO to sign up anyways. So I don't really get it. But it is what it is. People are auctioning this stuff off which to me is just absolutely insane. Look, guys, obviously no one should be paying $1,000 to go to a Switch 2 experience. Obviously, very, very limited is one thing. I do think there'll eventually be some in-store demo kiosks like a Best Buy. And also, guys, if you're that desperate to play, is high likelihood that PAX East, if you want to travel and you're willing to travel, PAX East will probably have units in person. The system might be coming out that month or the month after, but what's important to note is all the events in the United States, all these experiences happen in April. There's no other U.S. events after that. And guess what happens in May 8th? Oh, it's May 7th or whatever. It's PAX East that Nintendo's always at. Possibly they're just going to move all their demo units to there. In fact, I think it's probably likely because this event isn't like a media event. This exclusive invite, sign up, it's not a media event. It is literally a fan event. They are going to be pushing word of mouth. I bet you anything you see there, anything you touch, anything you play, you're going to be able to talk about publicly because this is a fan event. It's not media. I doubt they're going to make fans sign a bunch of NDAs because fans don't even know what NDAs are for the most part because they just play the games and they'll start telling their friends. It's going to get around anyways, right? Like if the idea is to keep a lid on this, well, you wouldn't market it like this that everyone can sign up and there'd be random selections and now there'd be waitlist. Clearly, whatever's shown here, they're intending for people to do word of mouth, probably even letting people record with their phones or cameras or whatever. Very curious if they allow people, if they bring the equipment, like a laptop and a quick capture card, if they would even allow direct capture if you're playing in docked mode. You know, they obviously probably want you to play in handheld, but if you're allowed to dock it and play it on the TV, would be curious if they would let you direct record. Gosh knows if I do get in through the wait list or whatever, that's one of the first things I'm going to do. I'll bring a capture card and a laptop. I'm going to be like, hey, can I direct record this? That would be really, really swell. I'll make sure the laptop's fully charged and ready to go for that. Because the event's like an hour long, so that could be an hour of footage. If it has to be off TV, I mean, that's obviously fine as well. I'd bring a camera and a tripod or whatever. When you get the ticket and you get more instructions later, it'll probably let you know what you can and can't bring, right? Or if there's any restrictions or stuff like that. That's stuff you can figure out ahead of time. But I do think that it's kind of wild, and I'm not really surprised that things are being sold on eBay, $40, $100, $1,000. I don't know how many of these are legit or if these sales even go through or if people are lying they even have tickets. But don't be one of those people that's doing it. This is like supporting scalping. And what's hilarious as we start to see these eBay listings and more of them pop up. I've seen like 7 of them throughout the day. There's only one up right now. I don't know if the other one's sold or what's going on. But what I will note is this is just like a foreboding warning. When Switch 2 pre-orders go up, eBay is going to be flooded with secondhand market pre-order sales. And those are legal. And Nintendo can't do anything about them. So while Nintendo might be on eBay trying to put a kibosh on this stuff, they can actually stop the pre-order pre-sales and like resales of people's pre-orders. So if people are charging $1,000 for a Nintendo Switch 2 experience ticket, what are they going to charge for a real Switch 2? You know, are they going to dare go to $2,000 out the gate and see if people are that desperate? Man. So I don't know. This is just kind of one of those really weird, dumb stories, but kind of fun. I hope some of you guys got into the Switch 2 experience, and when you do, you come to my channel on my live streams or my podcast and you share your experiences. I know Paul Gale Network, friend of the channel, did get into a Switch 2 experience and is slated to come on a podcast, I believe, in March, which is before he goes. I'd like to get him on after he goes as well at the end of April, but we'll have to see how the schedules line up. It would be good to even have him come on and pop in for an hour, do like the Paul Gale Power Hour. Get him in and talk about his experience. I know Mike Odyssey, I think, is going to get to go. One of the moderators of our channel is going to get to go. So, one of those things where I know enough people going that maybe I can get them on a podcast, get them all together on the same podcast even, so they could talk about their experiences, especially people who like played it at different areas, New York, Dallas, and LA, kind of get them all together. I think that would be something fun, but I don't know. And hopefully I'm just one of those people. Anyways, guys, we're towards the end of the video. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And one last note, this is the first camera shooting on our brand new camera with a brand new lens and everything. And let me know what you think about it. Is the quality good? Was the autofocus all right? I'm letting the camera do it because there's like an autofocus on the lens, but I'm letting the camera do it. Hopefully that's going well. I don't know if I have the settings perfectly dialed in yet, but yeah, that's going to do it. I'll catch you guys in the next video.